Sussex'S Catastrophic Failure. Harry and Meghan's Wokism hits rock bottom. The relevancy of Montecito's residents Harry and Meghan appears to be diminishing. Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Sussex Daily news channel. What the Queen's Platinum Jubilee proved is that the British royal family is more popular than ever. Admiration for the family has increased despite Harry and Meghan's efforts to try to damage the royals' reputation by trying to air the family's dirty laundry on the Oprah Winfrey Show has not tarnished their reputation at all. Shame, poor Harry. Not only was he booed when arriving at the Thanksgiving ceremony, but he got seated in the second row. Alas, his new nickname is Second Row Harry. The Thanksgiving service was the first and the last event during the 4-day extravaganza that Harry and Meghan would attend. It may be that because the couple had been mortified by the public's disapproval of them, they declined the invitation to Guildhall reception and abruptly returned home to Montecito before the Jubilee celebrations had come to an end. Anyway, it didn't seem to matter that they had left because they had not been invited to join the rest of the working royals on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, along with the Queen. Could this be the real reason why they left early? Harry had asked for permission to use his own private photographer to take photographs of his daughter Lilibet meeting Queen Elizabeth II for the first time. Harry was denied this request and was clearly very upset by it. Royal biographer Angela Levin has suggested that Netflix would have wanted pictures of these royals because they could then have sold them. Such photographs, if they had indeed been taken, would have been very, very valuable. Poor Harry must be beginning to feel like the character Tom Hanks portrayed in the movie Castaway. Could Harry be missing the pomp and ceremony he was once included in? Harry had received a cold reception in the United Kingdom, and clearly this is taking its toll on the prince's psyche. Harry has always stated that climate change is a very pressing issue in the world today. But we think that Harry's comfort is more important than saving the planet. He leaves an enormous carbon footprint while he travels around the world by private jet. But in the meantime, he tells people that you should not drive your car to work, rather take a bus instead. It is clear Harry does not practice what he preaches. The latest visit of the Sussexes to the UK was a brief trip, yet the family travelled on the Bombardier Global 6000 jet. Clearly, Harry contradicts his climate change views. Do you know that at least 112,000 pounds of carbon dioxide would have been released into the atmosphere by this jet? That's quite something for a trip for just a family of 4. The Sussexes are not the only hypocrites. Look at Oprah. She has her own private jet too. So when she interviews the couple, she is most unlikely to raise the topic of climate change. It seems that Harry is not having much luck these days. After the awful Platinum Jubilee experience came the news that Netflix would be cancelling the Duchess's animated series called Pearl. This was before it was even launched. Penguin has not announced a release date for Harry's memoir. Could this be the final nail in the coffin that prevents any form of reconciliation happening in the future, or Harry's resurrection to a royal existence? Our message to Harry should be: cancel your book deal. You simply don't need it. But oh dear, on another subject, the anti-social media war continues, with latest reports that the photograph posted of 1-year-old Lilibet is not real. The internet is saying that Lilibet is simply not of Meghan's body. Omid Scobie is a supporter of the Sussexes. The royal commentator has said that the future of the royal family could become very dull without Meghan and Harry. Perhaps Meghan and Harry are not that dull. They do things like wearing concealed microphones, which excites the media. But beware, Harry and Meghan, the Queen is watching you like a hawk. There is nothing more cutthroat than a royal court. Let's talk about wokeness. The term means being aware, especially of social problems such as racism and inequality. The term wokeness has honourable beginnings. We know that it stems from a 1938 folk song by Huddie Ledbetter. It is about 9 black teenagers who were accused of raping 2 white women. The lyrics state to be careful and keep your eyes open to racial prejudice and discrimination. Our generation has grown up with eyes open to racial prejudice and discrimination. President Harry Truman began the crusade to reform an inequitable system, and President Johnson pushed it through, all the while taking credit for it. The late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. dreamt his dream, and we as a nation are now all the better off for it. Those who grew up in the 1950s and the 1960s looked at all other human beings with respect, regardless of their colour. And for some of us, this extends to a 49-day-old fetus inside the womb. Gosh, the irony. But you know what? Wokeness then got corrupted into a movement that broadened its definition. The movement, hijacked by critical race theory and a call for reparations, along with a focus on sexism and an overlap with the Me Too movement. Filmmaker Don Letts says, "A world so woke you can't even make a joke." Mitch Coquet wrote last month in The American Thinker that it was actually ultimately a power play. He stated that they just want to rule over the rest of us, and they have been trying to make it illegal for us to hurt their feelings. But yet they get away with offending us all the time. They insist that we're all such terrible people, but are not even prepared to talk to us. They claim that we are intolerant. British comedian and actor Ricky Gervais astutely stated in 2021, "I want to live long enough to see the younger generation not be woke enough for the next generation. It is going to happen. The truth is that it is already happening. Just like a black hole, woke is imploding, a victim of the cancel culture it helped create. Mainstream media calls it out for what it is truly about, which is grievance and division, political correctness gone awry. Or should we rather put this another way? Most will laugh and a few will cry, but we would be delighted to toast witless wokeness goodbye. Do you remember the good old days when you'd get 86'd from a saloon for dancing naked at the bar at midnight or behaving in a drunken way? For those who do not know, the term 86 is an American English slang used to indicate that an item is no longer available. But times have changed. For many months now, the columnist has been banned from a Coast Village Road bar and grill. This was not because he was dancing naked or involved in any kind of rowdy misbehavior. It was because he expressed in these pages his opinion about their ambience and food. Their ban does not matter at all to us, because we stopped patronizing their establishment a very long time ago, and we do not miss it at all. But why on earth ban a journalist just because of a bad review? It would be a far more rational approach to put one's ego aside and learn from what other people are saying, to endeavor to improve where it is necessary. We tried our best to reach out for a comment, but heard nothing in return. So, what we will do is wear a badge of courage as we continue to demonstrate that the pen is far mightier than a martini. And you, what do you think about this news? Please tell me what your opinions are in the comment section, and we can discuss the hypocritical Sussex couple. Remember to like and share my video with friends and family who you feel may enjoy it too. Subscribe to the Sussex Daily News YouTube channel to make sure that you never miss any news videos in the future. Now thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.